Welcome race fans, here we are at Dover tonight with the Gen 6 here at IWCR. These guys are out here practicing now. Reminder to you all, this is, they do have, boy, I got to get my head into it here. They do have what they call knockout qualifying here tonight, so they will be going in two different separate parts here to the qualifying. So first round will be everybody out here qualifying, open qualifying. Second round will be the top third of the field, I believe, either 12 or 15, depending on the size of the field here. So don't look like we're going to have a huge field here tonight, but it is a little early yet. We've still got about 12 minutes here till qualifying starts. So make sure you get yourself something to drink and get ready here for some exciting racing at the Monster Mile here at Dover. So get ready, folks. What's up, Roger and Galen?
Hey, Rudy. Galen's hiding out in here so he can have some fun. Him and Fred can have some fun.
Well, we are live on the air, so just to let you know.
Alright, Rudy. Well, I guess this is my unintentional pre-race interview. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, and how are you? Are you ready for this evening?
I am. Our team kind of put our heads together Wednesday night and a little bit tonight, and you know, I don't know. It's either going to be as bad as I think it is, or it's going to be way better. So we'll see it. I think we got a 5th to 10th place car tonight, but we'll see. I think I don't know. It could be really good. I'm not sure.
Well, just to let you know, not to get off the subject, because I want to get right back to that, but just to let you know, I am having some issues here tonight with the sound, and I don't know what's going on. It's like glitching, and it you know, kind of does that stutter, and it's just maybe like every 5 minutes or something. It does it just for a split second. But what I was getting at was, for the last few weeks, Galen, I have not been able to get your car to where it stays on your paint.
Huh, that's no good.
It reverts back to your white car with the number on it, and even the number's white, but you can see the black outline of the number. It's done that the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. It'll start out with your car color, and then all of a sudden, somewhere in the middle of the race, if I'm not on you, it reverts back to the other one.
Really?
Well, I tell you, recently I've been changing the paint just before the race starts several times. And so maybe what's happened is you started the race with the old paint, and then it tried to, and then it realized it updated sometime during the race, took the old paint off, but never got the new one. So what paint do you have me in now?
Well, are you on the track?
I can be.
Okay, let me, I'll get on you here, let me find you, and we'll see what you got. I got you in a white car right now.
Oh, that's not right. I should be in a bright blue car.
I know, that's what I had you in earlier. Remember? I was telling you on the track? Okay, let me update trading paints. Because I've got, okay, now it's blue again. It's blue again. It was,
I don't even know what to tell you.
It was blue earlier, and then it went back to the white. Now it's blue again.
Well, I tell you, while we're on the subject of this paint scheme, all the Fast Forward Racing is running special schemes tonight. Martin Truex' girlfriend Sherry Pollux has cancer, and she had surgery today, and her kind of whole life's mission is to help kids with cancer, and now she's got to fight it. So we kind of wanted to raise a little bit of awareness for her and wish her the best.
Well, yes, all my thoughts and prayers are with her. I know I'm a survivor myself of cancer, so just tell her just keep fighting, don't give up, and she can beat it.
Absolutely. We hope she's doing well tonight.
Yeah, it's a tough thing that we have to deal with such killers like that, and you know, oh man, it just, you got to be strong-willed. You can't give into it, and you know, seriously, you just can't give into it.
Well, we put hashtag Sherry Strong on the hood, so we'll probably try to get a little picture with all 3 of the cars running it, and maybe tweet her from the team Twitter account. So hopefully she's doing better tonight.
Yes. Is she watching?
Oh, I don't know. Martin Truex' girlfriend. I'm sure she doesn't know who we are, but you know, we like to think we're all part of one racing family in one form or another.
Absolutely. Okay. I thought you said it was your girlfriend.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Definitely not.
Whoops. My bad.
Are we on there?
Yes.
We are live.
We are on the air. And Johnny,
that means we better shut Foley down. What do you think?
Johnny?
Yeah, we probably better just mute him.
Yeah, Johnny Reed Foley, are you there?
You got me?
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Rudy?
I would really like to have you in the booth with Roger and I tonight.
Hey, I tell you what, you'll get me up here, that's for sure. If you'd like, I'd love to participate there in qualifying, because unfortunately we're going to be sitting on the bench.
Yes, I heard. Well, I didn't hear, I read it in the forum. But unfortunately, yes, but I would love to have you in the booth with me tonight.
All right, well, I'd love to sit up here and do a little bit of commentating with you, sir.
Roger, do you have a problem with it?
Oh, absolutely not. 100% no. In fact, I've been waiting to get him on air so I could tell him congratulations on the second split NIS win about 10 minutes ago, dude.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
I tell you what, I was losing my mind. My pulse was going through the roof. I was trying to get up and move and all kinds of things and get rid of some nervous energy. I was just losing my mind. Raw Power Motorsports, you know, Roger's team that I race for right now is just one of the best teams out there, I think, and up and coming. And the hard work that goes in, that these guys, when they build these sets, man, and we work together from scratch, or whether we all have a little bit of a base or something, it doesn't matter. We work so hard together, and such, you know, there's such a good unity and chemistry between us that it can produce these kind of results. And I am just, I'm so thrilled. I really am.
Well, sounds like you're in for a great season here at NIS, huh?
Unfortunately, season's almost over, Rudy, but
okay.
What we're doing is we're preparing for the road to pro next year, which hopefully Max Speed is going to be a part of. I know we've talked about it before, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again, maybe working out some kind of negotiation to maybe pilot that car in NIS. Certainly, this is my second win in NIS, but this is the first time winning in second split, which is a really huge ordeal.
Big deal.
That is
Big
huge.
deal.
Third split is nice, and it's a really cool thing. Second split is just enormous. It's, in fact, it's so big. A lot of the guys that I raced tonight will be pro drivers next year, and some tonight that I raced were already pro drivers and already had licenses from last year. So it just says, I think, how amazing Raw Power Motorsports and guys like Galen, Roger, Scott, Nathan, and Joe, all of them. I don't want to leave anybody out. Just everybody is so awesome.
Absolutely. Well, we're about a minute and a half away from qualifying here, so we'll stay right here with us, Johnny, because we don't want you going nowhere. And, you know, I was watching, if you remember back when Roger and I broadcasted that Road to Pro Series race at Daytona, the full-length one, and you started out in the booth with me. You remember that?
Yes, sir. I do remember that. We had a great time.
I listened to the beginning of that again, and I was like, wow, dude, you need to be doing this. You're missing your calling right now, I'm telling you.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what, the only thing run faster in my car is my mouth. You just ask my car owner. He'll tell you about that, won't you, Roger?
I was getting ready to say, if I didn't have him under the contract to drive the car, he darn sure be sitting in the booth every week. Cause he can talk about as good as anybody. He just, right now, he's on a real roll. He's actually got a lot of momentum going, coming off of his runs in the B Series last year, and he's rolled that over to this A car this season. I'm so happy that everything is gelling and coming together for this team, and Johnny got that win. That's amazing. That's awesome, man.
My
oh man,
congratulations
I was almost in tears. I've never been that happy to win a race.
I bet you were just shaking like a leaf about the last 5 laps.
Oh, you know, Rudy, we had 3 restarts. I actually, with 20 to go, we got a green flag run for about 5 laps, and I'd only look up every little bit, and I'd look up and bang, you know, it'd be like, I'd take it and I'd look up, and here I'd be looking behind me, and it'd be half a second, and then be like at 9/10, then be like 1.3, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're actually going to be able to do this. If this stays green, we're going to be so far ahead, we're not going to have any problems. And then here come the caution, and then I look behind me, and I've got pro drivers, Alex back, or I forget his name. I hope he forgives me. Yeah, and Steven Gilbert. Those are the 2 closest guys to me. So I look in my mirror, and I've got 2 pro drivers. I'm breathing down my neck. I'm thinking back to when, if you remember, Kurt Busch talked about his first start at Dover, actually, back in 1999. He was sitting there on the grid. He said he looked behind him, and he looked ahead of him, he saw Jeff Gordon, and he looked to his left, and he saw Matt Kenseth, and then he looked up in his mirror, and he saw Dale Earnhardt. And he said it was all he could do not to just completely lose it, because he realized just the severity of the situation.
Yep.
And that's kind of what dawned on me tonight when all of a sudden I looked behind me and I had names like that in my rearview mirror, man.
Yep. Okay, well, listen, I'm going to, before these guys get out here and qualify,
please do.
I am going to mute you guys. You can talk amongst yourselves, and I'll let you know when I'm coming back. I'm going to play the national anthem sung by you, Johnny.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, gentlemen, we are back here live and watching some of these guys turn some great qualifying laps. And Johnny, let me ask you, do you have any favorites out here tonight? I know you got teammates, but do you have any favorites that you think could possibly pull out a win here tonight?
Honestly, I'm sitting here looking at the chart right now, Rudy, and I'm looking at the list of entries we got. We got some really talented guys in here. I think Alan Bowes is always a threat, so look out for him. And I honestly think if there's another guy who could probably pull it off, it's probably Travis Townsend. The dude has been fast when he's shown up and got plenty of speed.
He's already got a win this year, too, so he's going to be in the chase. I kind of feel like maybe we can have a dark horse tonight, maybe, because this place is really tricky. And some of these really fast guys get out of shape a little bit. You know, one of these dark horses, you know, like a Joe Roberts or even a Ken Worley that keep the fenders on the car till the end, got a real opportunity tonight to just be smart, race the way they race, and get there till the end and have a chance. I think some of these other guys, you know, this place is just hard. This place is really tricky. And if the car ain't working right, you can't get around here good. Some guys are going to fight that, especially late in runs.
I'm excited, Johnny, by having you in the booth with us. I really am.
Hey, well, I'm glad to be in here. Let me tell you something. I'm watching some of these cars go around here, and there's some guys who are really quick taking a lap. But what I'm watching Joe Roberts, and he is leaving pit road right now. You watch him. It looks like he's on his way to start his lap. He's making sure he's clear behind him. He's got some good, clean track ahead and behind. Here he's going to go off into turn 3. Now, this track is tough, man. You get off into these corners, you got to let it slide up so you can turn that wheel back down, and then you can get a good power off the corner. We'll see what kind of lap Joe can lay down here as he heads off into turn number 1. Joe gets down to the bottom, and you see, look at this, such a great line. He lets it rotate and drift up the track. He gets back on the gas. It looks like he didn't let it come all the way down, and he actually scrapes the wall. That's not going to stop him from keeping going, but, oh, we got one flipping end over end in turn 3.
Cucker.
Oh, my gosh.
Matt Cucker.
I seen that. Barely caught a glimpse of
That's
it.
actually Ken Worley, I believe.
Oh, was it? It looked like Cucker's car. And Joe's lap not going to count because he did tap the wall right there for 8.
That was insane.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. Your car's getting really airborne.
Joe just hit the wall again, too, so he's going to get a new car, I think.
Yeah. Now, here's a guy you might want to watch that I forgot to mention. I don't know how fast he is. In fact, he looks pretty slow on the charts. But this guy has won races here before, and that's John Batista. He's always been a top 2 or 3 car or truck. And right now, he's getting ready to take his lap. He's heading off into turn number 3. Now, watch JB, man. This guy, he knows this track really, really well. He gets down to the bottom. He waits on that throttle, and he picks it up. You just see him go wide open down here into turn number 1. He brings it down here, and he touches the black just a little bit, lets it drift up. Now he's going to diamond it back down, and as he does that, he comes back up. What an exit. Oh my gosh, this lap should be a flyer if he's got any kind of setup. drives it into 3 a little bit deep, but that's good for that end of the corner. There's a little different banking there than the other side of the track. Got a little loose off 4.
He
Not a
got
terrible lap.
into 3 way too much and had to really run the brake down, and it really killed that lap, John.
But he brought it in 9th on the grid, so.
That's right. Hey, here's my guy I was just talking about. Look at McClintock. He's up there on the top of the charts. He's leaving pit road again.
That's a good lap. 53, that's a really quick lap here.
That is. You see now, McClintock knows what he's doing. He waits all the way on the outside. He's carrying almost 10 mile an hour more speed at the line than JB was when he started his lap, because JB didn't arc it out on the warm-up lap. That just shows you some guys that know all the tricks and all the experience.
Really loose out of 2. That's going to kill that lap.
That'll be the end of that one.
Yep. That car wiggled so hard right there, he couldn't keep going. This is the difference in that is the guys that actually have spent a whole lot of time figuring out what the best way to get around is, and on these qualifying laps, the more speed you can carry to the line to start your lap, the further ahead you can be when you get into the middle of the first corner, and you don't lose anything.
Yeah, you can carry an extra 10th or 2 down into turn 1 than you would normally get just by taking that arc out as you come into that corner.
Well, Johnny, I know you don't want to air your dirty laundry on the air here, but can we talk about this suspension, or don't you want to discuss it?
No, you know what, Rudy? Let's talk about it, because honestly, it's not a problem that's going to go away. The fact it remains, it's not a suspension. It's just a probation. I'm forced to start from the rear tonight and tomorrow night. That just means that, to me, all that really means by getting that probation is I don't have to worry about getting past tonight. I get to go forward. There's nowhere to go but up, so to speak, I guess is what I'm getting.
Oh, I thought you weren't racing tonight.
No, sir. It's just probation. I have to
no
be
qualifying.
Yeah, no qualifying, and I have to mind my P's and Q's.
Well, then have you even been out there practicing?
Unfortunately, because of Michigan and NIS, I didn't get the chance to, but I got a great set of teammates, man. So I'm sure whatever they have will be decent. And you know what I say? I say this all the time. It ain't the guy with the fastest car who wins the race. It's the guy that refuses to lose. And I don't like to lose, Rudy.
I know you don't.
And you're already in the chase anyway with that win at Dega. So really, you're just trying to make sure that your points position is secure.
That's exactly correct. Because I'm actually in the top 10, if I stay in the top 10 in points, I get the bonus points for my win. If I fall out of the top 10, I lose those 3 bonus points. So we're racing tonight to keep 3 points, really.
Well, you're to keep an extra 3 points when we reset next week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When it comes down to what happened last week, Rudy, if that's what you want to know, it was really just a matter of a lot of frustration. We had some things go wrong. And there was an incident where me and Scott got together, and it shook my truck up really bad, kind of strange. And I know Alan and Galen were doing it all night. I was in the server with them listening to them talk about it over the radio. But when it did, the truck went to the left, and I was going to, spin out. But I spun it the other way on towards the racing surface, which in turn brought out the yellow. And I guess based on the rules and based on how people feel, they felt that was wrong. And looking at it, I did too, which is why I actually went to the admins myself. They came to me and they asked me what happened, and I kind of said, I didn't really answer any questions, and then they were going to give me a certain penalty, and then I just went down on my own and I talked to them. I said, look, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened, and I'm just going to come clean and admit everything to you guys, and that way you can do what is fair. And ultimately, I'm glad I came forward. I've received quite a lot of flack from it, from some other drivers, but I've had a lot of people that have come and supported me and said, if nothing else, they're proud of me for being the bigger man to admit I was wrong.
I was going to say that. That's why I kind of wanted to touch on the subject, but I didn't want to pour salt in the wound. I just if you want to talk about it, fine. If not, I understand.
No, I'm fine with talking about it because I have a good conscience about it. If I would have sat here and lied and said, oh, I didn't do nothing. No, I was totally right. I don't know what you're talking about. they probably didn't have the evidence to give me a really good penalty or anything of what I got. But I decided to man up, admit that I got mad and did something I shouldn't have done, and I was wrong. That's plain and simple.
Oh, Rudy, you know the journalist in you forced you to pour that salt.
Well, I mean, I read the things that was in the forum, and I guess I totally misunderstood what it said in there. I was under the impression that you would not be racing tonight. Period.
Well, if that was the case, I'd be deeply disheartened. But
well, that's
at
why
the same time, considering how tired I am from trying to pull double duty here, I'm not sure that I would hate sitting this race out.
Well, that's why I asked if you would join us in the booth, But if you're going to be driving, I don't think you're going to want to be in the booth with us.
I'll tell you what, I'd gladly be your in-race reporter, but something tells me I'm going to need to get down there with my teammates here when the second round of qualifying starts.
Yes, because Roger and I do not shut up.
Hey, that's one of my favorite things. I enjoy the broadcast, and I watch it at some point. I've watched almost every one of them, and sometimes it's the perfect thing when I get up in the morning. I'll pop that on my Xbox, go to the YouTube channel, and I'll pull it on up there, and I'll watch it. I think it's really cool, man. We got a lot of storylines in this race for the IWCR with everything going on with the chase. We got all the way back to 15th place. Any one of these guys, if they win, they're in. And yet, at the same time, you're looking at guys that whoever can get 11th in points, if no one wins, they're in. So there's so many scenarios. It's really hard to keep track of. And if you have a really bad race, you could fall out of the chase and miss it. I mean, if you're not in the top 5, 6 in points, you're going to need to be on your A game tonight. And if you're not, you're going to wish you were.
Okay, so I don't. Let's see. Okay, all right. So it's how many going back out second round?
Second round of qualifying this week looks like because of the entries, there should be 10 guys going out.
Yeah. Randall Drake on up. Randall Drake, Travis Townsend, Thomas Keene, Ken Worley, Thomas Brander, Galen Gibbon, Blake Bryant, Tyler McClintock, Matt Spangler, and Alan Bowe.
Randall just hit the wall a ton, so his qualifying session is
over.
So, yep.
All right, guys. Well, I have to resume my way to the garage area. Thank you so much for having me up here, and good broadcast. Or good luck with the broadcast. I look forward to watching it later. Thanks to all the fans who tune in to watch the IWCR here on MaxSpeedTV. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
All right.
Keep the momentum going, brother.
Yep. Good luck.
We'll get a chance to holler at you later.
Good luck.
Thank you very much, guys.
Pretty happy with that kid right there.
Yes, sir.
I gotta say, as a team owner, I'm really proud of that kid.
Well, you got every right to be proud of him, and that's what I was kind of getting at, Roger. I didn't want to open up something that maybe I shouldn't, but yet I kind of wanted to let him know that I was so proud of him and what he did by coming out and confessing to what he did wrong in that race last week. I mean, that to me showed how much of a sportsman he is in this.
Well, see, I had to hear about all of this third party. I wasn't there. I had things to do, and I couldn't be there with all the guys, and I didn't get to hear about all this until midweek, and all of this negativity that was coming out. And so I had to start investigating and find out what was going on and different things, and finding out that he actually, just said, yeah, I did it. It is what it is. Do what you got to do to me. I understand. That's I mean, it takes somebody that's actually got a lot of character to step up and say, I did it. Even if you can't prove it, I'm going to tell you I did it because right is right. And he did that. Yep. So I'm pretty proud of him for that. And then I'm pretty proud of him for rebounding and getting that NIS win tonight. And, see if he can keep that 10th position here in the there was one of the cars riding around in the front wall. See if he can get the keep the momentum and keep that 10th spot. But I actually looked at the points, and it looked to me like 11th position. He was in 11th. Drake was in 10th. Bowes is in 9th. McClintock in 8th. Galen Gibbon 7th. Crabtree 6th. Sedlick was 5th. Thomas Keene 4th. Matt Spangler 3rd. Joe Roberts 2nd. And Jones 4th. But that might be results. I can't find the full race points right now.
Well,
here we go. I had to refresh. Now it's better. Now it's better. Now it's Crabtree, Schweikert, Gidman, Brian Wilderson, Tyler McClintock, Thomas Brander, Travis Townsend, Michael Libby, Johnny Reed Foley, Nathan Sedlick, and Matt Spangler is 11th. Randall Drake 12th. And that's a 1-point deal right there between Drake and Spangler for 11th. I don't see any wins in either one of their columns. Sedlick doesn't have a win. McClintock doesn't have a win. Wilderson, Gidman, none of those guys have wins. So there's going to be several drivers make the chase with no wins.
well, looks like we're going to have about 22 drivers out here tonight, Roger.
A good field. It really is a good field. And these guys, you know, they bring 20 plus every week anyway, but it's a good field. It's a good, some really good times. I mean, those fives are ridiculously quick out here.
Yeah. Well, I
52, 52, 53, man. The top three guys were really hooking and getting around here.
I think most, in my opinion, I don't know this for sure, but I think a lot of the, there may be a few guys that are just not too crazy about driving on this track. I know I wouldn't be. I'd be a little bit afraid that I'd probably be first, second, third, fourth, and fifth caution out there.
Hey, I'm not really sure how to respond to that, Rudy. I'll tell you the truth.
However you want.
It's not good.
No, it wouldn't hurt my feelings any. I'm just stating the facts, ma'am. But it just, I love this track, and you know, I really love it in the B car. It's my favorite. But the trucks, I don't really care for it in the trucks, and I really don't think I could get a grip on the horsepower on this track with the Gen 6. I just don't think I could do it.
You've got to be the most patient with your right foot at this place when you're in this car. And as long as the car handles halfway decent, then you can just be in control of your right foot all the time. The thing is, we got 150 laps. That is 300 corners. You've got to be completely patient with your right foot. So, guys that can do that, that's, you know, my hat's off to them, because I have problems after 50 laps staying consistent here, because this place is just that difficult. It's really tough to race here.
Yep. And I know we've got a lot of fast guys out here. You know, Alan Bowes, Tyler McClintock, man, he was fastest in practice. Blake Bryant has been coming up through and doing a great job. The racing that he's been providing, you know, on the show here has just been great. Galen Gidman, he said there when we talked to him earlier, he's got a top 5 to a top 10 car. He just don't think he could get any better. Not taking anything away from Matt Spangler. He's very fast too. So, but it looks like qualifying is over, Roger. So we better get down here and get on the grid, I guess, huh?
Yep, time to make money.
Yes, sir.
Earn that paycheck.
All right, let's run down through the qualifying order. Alan Bowes on the pole, not on the grid yet, with a 23.522. Congratulations to him for that. In second spot, the number 29 of Matt Spangler. In third spot, the number 10 of Tyler McClintock. In fourth, the number 51 of Blake Bryant. In fifth, the number 94 of Galen Gidman. In sixth, the 24 of Thomas Brander. In seventh, the 37 of Ken Worley. Travis Townsend in the 08, starting in the 8th position. Thomas Keene in the 42, starting 9th. Randall Drake in the number 9, starting 10th. And go ahead, Roger, sorry.
The 39 of John Batista will start 11th. Nathan Sedlick will start the 35 car in the 12th position. 13th is Joe Roberts in the 6. Matt Cucker starts the 69 14th. Paul Krumrye will start the 8 car in the 15th position. 16th, John Schweikert in the number 1 car. The number 3 of Johnny Reed Foley will start right behind and to his left in the 3 car. Michael Libby starts the 5 in the 18th position. DeAndre Artis starts 19th in the 07. Brian Willison will start the 27 car in the 20th position. Keith Shaner in the 47 and Jonathan Cogswell in the 21 will make up the final row.
Alrighty. We'll get back up here to the front as these guys are ready to roll off the grid. Let's make sure we are live. And yeah, we're ready to go here.
Well, good luck to all these guys tonight. This is a tough place. It'll take a lot of patience and a lot of not putting yourself in bad positions. One thing I know we need to watch for tonight, any starts or restarts, the tire spin. These cars have so much horsepower, and it's such a banked straightaway. If you spin the tires, that car's going to turn right and head for the outside wall, even if you're the car on the inside lane. So we might need to watch for that a little bit.
Yes, sir. Definitely, tire spin is going to be a big thing here.
Yeah.
And don't even think for a minute that we're not going to see it, because I'm sure we're going to see it.
Yeah, well, especially if we get a late restart, we might see some. I don't know what this initial restart. Pace car's off. Get ready to bust this 150 laps into over out. Bose nails the throttle. What a start for him. He's going to be gone like a rocket right out of the box. Smack him on the second. A good battle here between McClintock and Blake Bryant for that third position.
Only 20 cars took to the field. Yes,
looks like McClintock is going to take that third spot as we get down to 3, and then gets really loose off 4, and Blake Bryant's going to have a little run at him here. He did not get there. I saw Tom Skeen make a really good move to get around Ken Worley back there for about the 7th.
Yeah, you know, we talk about Ken Worley each and every week. That guy has more patience probably than most of the guys out here. He tries to keep that car intact for the race. So don't be surprised if you see him hanging in there right toward the end of the race.
Yep, that's his MO. Just keep the fenders on it. Johnny Reed Foley back there making a move on John Schweiger for about 14th position. It's about the only battle on the track right now.
He ducks it in behind Schweiger and lets him go. Randall brake way up high into the turn. And boy, he is going to lose a ton of positions on that. Schweiger goes by. Johnny Reed Foley gathers him up and goes by.
Looked like he just really overdrove the entry to 3 down there, and he really did a good job of keeping it out of the fence. Had to let those guys go. Didn't have a choice. Now he'll gather himself back up. Try to get back in rhythm. See if he can make up some of those spots.
Matt Tucker goes by Ken Worley, and next Joe Roberts on the grid stays right here beside Ken Worley, and Schweiger coming up behind him now. So Ken Worley's going backwards pretty fast.
Kind of still like we talked about early. It's kind of his MO. He doesn't get in a hurry early. He'll let those guys go, and then as the tires start to wear out on their cars, he'll start coming back forward. He just keeps the fenders on and keeps it clean all night long. That's just the way he races.
Galen Gidman now into the 4th position. Started 5th. Here he is in 4th. Blake Bryant back into the 5th position. And back behind him, boy, we've got some great battles going on. Thomas Keene going by John Batista.
And both Foley and Schweiger made it past Joe Roberts here. That was right behind that pass. Kind of starting to get a little stretched out, except for this group right here. This group is really a big bunch of cars.
Yes, they are. That's quite a gaggle from, what is that, about 5th on back? Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 15th.
Yeah.
There's action all over there. Thomas Keene going backwards. Batista goes by. Tucker looks like he's going by. Schweiger right up there to his bumper now. Oh, there might have been contact right there. Schweiger might have just moved him out of the way.
Oh, boy. Little over-aggressive right now.
I don't know if he got contact with him or not, but boy, that 42 car sure shot up the hill really quick. The one got right up behind him. I have to go back and look and see, but boy, it just looked like as quick as that car took off up the hill, there might have been just that slightest little chrome horn bump right there.
Schweikert moves up to 9th, now started 16th on the field. Let's see, he was the winner last week, correct?
Yeah, he won last week.
So that meant
California started at the back and won the race.
Great
driver. Great driver.
So that means he had to start at the back again this week. And he's already marching up to the 9th place right now.
Yeah, he's currently about 6 seconds behind the lead.
Man, I'm getting that. Man, I don't know what it is.
Oh, Thomas Brander crazy sideways on the 2. Going to let several cars go by, but he did gather it up and not hit the fence.
Just
that thing got away from him.
I was just up there looking. Matt Spangler right there on the back bumper of Alan Bowes, hanging right there. He has reeled him back in since the start.
Matt having a good drive, and he's usually pretty good here. So I kind of, this is not much of a surprise that he's able to hang right here. But Bowes and McClintock, Spangler, all have gotten away from Galen Goodman running fourth back there. Big gap, about 2 seconds back to him.
Spangler
he looks really loose off too.
Spangler was really loose right there, and boy, that cost him a little bit of momentum. He slips back to about 3.5 tenths behind Alan Bowes. Now 4 tenths. He just tapped the wall coming off of turn 4.
Pass back here is Cucker and Schweikert both go past Travis Townsend back there for about 6 and 7.
Schweikert Townsend got a little bit of damage on the right side of that car already, so he's been into the fence.
Yeah, probably found a little bit of issue getting off the 2 if I had to go back and look. That's where everybody seems to fight that wall. Can't make this track any wider off 2. They need about 3 more feet out there, but if they had 3 more feet, the guys would want 5. So
yeah, definitely. Schweikert now in 7th. Cocker right ahead of
Cocker's bumper, isn't he?
Man, he's all over the back bumper right there. Looking back on Schweikert, he just waiting for Cucker to make a mistake. Cucker's trying to keep that down low, keep Schweikert back there. He's not blocking, he's just running his own line. Schweikert takes a peek on the inside, but can't quite do it. That doesn't mean he won't be able to here in the next couple laps because he's keeping the pressure on Cucker.
At the settlement, past John Batista right there through turns 1 and 2, and he'll complete that pass. Move him right on up there into the 9th position.
Batista going back to the 10th spot now. Let's get up here. Let's go back and check on Ken Worley for all the Ken Worley fans. Running in 15th. DeAndre Artis right behind him.
He's giving Lively all he wants too. Oh, he got the left side tires. Ooh, good job by Ken. He got the left side tires all the way down on the flat at the exit 2. I can tell you from past experience, that is something you absolutely cannot do very often.
He is doing a super job out here, though.
Bo's actually starting to get away from Spangler once again.
He almost got into the back of Libby right there, and you know what? He may have even made contact.
Well, it looks like he's just so much better getting down in the corner than the 5 car. He just cannot get it timed up where he can get that run down in, get the car set, get the drive off to make the pass. And it is really, really hard to pass here. You either have to have a superior machine to the guy in front of you, or you really got to work to go find a weak spot, find the timing, and execute a center off pass. And right now he's really good getting in. He's just not getting it timed up quite right to get that center off exit pass.
Paul Crumry, not on the track. Oh, there he is. Okay. I think he's doing a little disappearing on me here. He just caught the apron. But he's running in last place.
Not that far in front of the leaders. He's in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and they're going into turn 1.
Yeah.
So he's going to be lapped. Then probably the next 2 laps, I would say. By the time we get to lap 23, he's going to be a lap down.
Matt Spangler now is still hanging on about 0.4 of a second off the back of Alan Bowes. riding along with Alan Bowes here, coming up on Paul Crumry. Paul Crumry falling back pretty quick here, and he's about to get passed by the leader. Alan comes up under him, and Paul gives him plenty of room to get by, so good job by him. Matt Spangler makes it by 2.
Yeah, McClintock's going to be the next one to come to him. So now Schweikert just moved into the 5th position here. He just passed Galen Gibbon, 1 through 1 and 2, so he's up to 5th, still back about 7.5 seconds.
Yep, he's got a lot of ground to make up, but coming from dead last and all the cars that he's passed to get there, that's pretty doggone good.
We're almost 25 laps into this thing, really. That's a great green run here for these guys. Yep. Everybody's getting spread out. This is really starting to get a good green run. We can see green flag pit stops at Dover. That would be amazing.
Yep, and you know that's what Johnny Reed Foley was talking about. If we could get these, you know, a couple of long green flag runs, I think the guys can let the cars settle in a little bit. And yeah, I think green flag pit stops is going to make a big difference here for these guys and get them spread out around the track and let them race the track instead of racing each other.
I don't know. I'm still looking at Foley in 11, 8, still about 15. They are not that far apart, and they are all still racing real close to each other.
They sure are.
Back here. Well, Thomas Keene's a little bit behind Foley. He's got a mirror full of Joe Robertson. Has had 3 or 4 laps. Joe just isn't getting that timing down where he can pull up beside him and get that nose in there. Now he can. Right in the middle of turns 1 and 2. He's going to work his way right on by. Open the door for Michael Livey. He's going to open the door for Ken Worley. If that door stays open too long, DeAndre Artis is going to be right up in there.
Yep, and he did the right thing by... Well, boy, he went way up the hill again.
And he kind of made Ken Worley just a little nervous, and I saw Worley jump out of the throttle. Right there we go. There's your toes. Okay, will he save it?
Yes, he did.
Yes. No. Maybe. Yeah, he got her dragged back up. No caution.
Wow. Great
Good
job.
piece of driving.
He's still ain't got that thing under control yet, though.
Yeah, the tire's probably a little bit upset right now.
Yep. I'm going to go back and take a look at that because I want to see exactly what happened here with him and Ken Worley. Was that Ken Worley or Michael Libey?
Now it was Ken Worley got in there.
Okay, right here I think is about where it happened.
Right at the entry to turn 1. It looks like 2 guys just kind of getting in the same piece of real estate at the same time.
Ken Worley got a little bit upset there. I think he caught that apron a little bit. And going into turn 1 here, yeah, I think this might be... I think Keene kind of come down, but Worley really drove it in there hard. And tried to keep that nose up under him, and that got both of them sideways.
Yeah,
wow,
big time.
That was some great driving by both of them guys to keep that thing... Wow, Worley had to take a clear down on the apron to keep that thing straight. Wow, what a job he did. Both of them guys.
I think we're about to have a battle for the lead here just quick. It's brewing pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to get up here and stay on these guys for a little bit. This is definitely the battle on the track right now. Boy and Spangler all over the back of him.
Travis Townsend's on pit road.
I'm not
I don't want to leave this battle. No. I'm just telling you. I saw him on pit road, and I will keep an eye on that while we keep an eye on this battle.
Okay.
That car's got massive left side down. Massive.
Yeah.
It's got massive front end. Oh, it looked like a modified. Yeah, he was done. They're taking that behind the fence, and he will be headed home early from Dover. Unfortunately for Travis.
Looking ahead here from Matt Spangler's car, he is all over the back bumper of Alan Bowes, and I'll tell you what, he's keeping the pressure on Bowes, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Just steady, sitting there, right? You know, a car length and a half off of him, just pushing.
You know,
waiting for that mistake.
Not to change the subject, but I just noticed something. we're missing Patrick Crabtree tonight.
Yeah, we're missing the whole PSRG team tonight.
What's up with that?
Well, I'm sure they were running that NIS Open, and here we go, right up to the bumper comes. Yeah. Oh, there's
Caution out.
Ah, that
Galen
that
Gidman.
was Galen Gidman sideways.
Gonna go back and take a look at that.
Just flat self-spun it, coming off of 4. I don't think he hit anything though.
Well, first caution of the day on lap 35.
Just
Not
a
bad.
very light bump into the inside wall. Really not much damage at all.
Well, he'd gotten a little bit loose coming off of turn 4 just before that. He might have got a little heat in them tires.
Very well could have. You know who else I don't see in here tonight?
Who's that?
I don't see Corey Wilson in here tonight.
No, that's right. Ooh, right there. Yes. Boy, did he ever get loose. He did a heck of a good job of saving that, though. Man, he had them wheels locked up immediately. Just a slight bump.
Just barely bumped that inside wall right there.
Well, I'm showing DeAndre Artis as our leader, so I'm guessing that everybody did come down pit road. Yes.
Yeah.
Alan Bowes is on pit road right now.
I guess Thomas Keane was our lucky dog.
Looks like everybody's done their service. Tyler McClintock's still sitting on pit road. What's up with that, Roger?
I am not sure why he's still sitting on the pit
I'm
road.
almost thinking maybe he got a
Mary
speeding
Rose.
penalty.
Well, you know, I would say yeah if it was under green, but when you do it under yellow, they just move you to the back of the field. Under green, they set you for 15 to 25 seconds.
Okay, you're
You know,
right.
real quickly, while we were under caution here, since we may not get another chance, I wanted to get an interview real quick here.
Okay.
John Batista.
What up? How you doing, buddy? It's Roger. How's it going tonight, man?
Oh, pretty good, Roger. How you doing?
Man, we're doing pretty good. We kind of been keeping an eye on you. You kind of forward, backwards, kind of hanging in the middle right there. How's everything going?
I'm just trying to hang on for dear life right now. This thing is probably the loosest car I've ever driven. It's pretty terrible, but people keep spinning out. I'm just working my way up.
And you know, we're hearing that kind of across the board. A lot of guys talking about how loose the car is, especially coming up off the corners 2 and 4 there. And seeing a lot of guys wiggle really, really bad. A lot of guys able to hold on to it. A couple guys have actually dropped from, you know, running in the middle of the pack to the back just by saving the car, not bringing out the caution. So I don't think you're the only one. You're the only one feeling that. But I mean, other than the loose condition, it looks like the racing's really good. Guys are kind of giving each other a bunch of room out there.
Yeah, I was actually pretty surprised you went 30 laps. I was expecting a big pileup on the start. That's what usually happens, and I think people are actually paying attention tonight, and I think the smaller field has something to do with it too. I know with the large amount of guys, it gets pretty hectic.
Yeah, we do see a few more guys every now and again, you know, for this event, this Friday night race. But I mean, still 20 to 22 guys is still a pretty good sized field, and you guys made a great start. Everybody got strung out pretty quick, and you know, the racing was still really good. You think you got some changes you can throw at it to get it headed towards the front?
I'm messing with the tire pressures right now, but honestly, I don't really think it's going to make a huge difference. This thing is, I don't really know how to explain it. It's just awful. But I mean, there's a lot of key guys out here that I expected to be really fast that are spinning out. So I think it's just a pretty big issue. I don't think I'm going to be able to overcome it, but I'll hang in there.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll let you get at it. We'll talk to you again later. Thanks.
Thanks, Roger.
Yes, thank you. Thought I said that Tuesday. I might have forgotten.
You didn't get it then. I think you got it.
Maybe it was Wednesday. Yeah, maybe that's when it was. Maybe that's when I meant to say it. All right, pace car's in. Bose hits the gas again, and we are back underway. Kind of a little checkup on the outside line there, Rudy.
Yeah, I seen that. Matt Spangler kind of held him back a little. Blake Bryant right behind him.
Schweikert's going to try to work him over early. And he will take that third. Well, I say.
Oh, we got a pile up. We got a pile up.
Who was in that?
Ken Worley into it.
No.
The 07.
Ken Worley.
The 07 of DeAndre Artis, yeah. So we'll go back and take a look at that. That looked pretty bad. There was a car down on the apron, and I did not see who that was.
Oh, that was Nathan Sedley just trying to stay out of the way and get around a lap because his car was already pretty tore up. And wow, Artis clips the wall coming off the two because right across Worley's nose and driving both cars down into the 35 car. Nathan Sedley just sitting there not doing anything and gets hammered.
Oh, looking at it here, yeah, kind of felt bad for Sedlake right there because he was like the innocent victim, didn't even see it coming, and they just.
His car, man, his car already had enough damage. He did not need this.
Wow, that's man, that's bad. I felt bad for him.
A bad night just went worse.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Yeah, well, you know, the two guys that started at the back, Schweikert's up to third, and Foley is up to seventh here, so all those guys are working their way to the front.
Yes, sir.
A waiver around car this time is going to be the 94. Was he a lap down? Well, he sure was.
Yes, he was.
Wow, I did not know that. Good break for him. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's find out what happened to Nathan because I missed that earlier. And he's going to get tired of us having to talk to him like this at some point.
Yeah. Well, at least we're talking to him before it happened, or after it happened.
Yeah. At least we're not giving him the jinx, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nathan.
No.
Nathan said, like,
No.
hey, buddy.
No. No.
He said no. I don't think so, man. Tired of talking to you this early in the race, right?
No.
Well, man, we didn't see what happened before that.
I don't want to talk about that either.
That's just not going to be your night tonight, huh, buddy?
No, I hit the barriers getting into pit lane because I realized it was open and then just ran right into them. Probably one of the worst things I've ever done.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we didn't catch that. I just noticed your car was sitting on pit road, and then you rolled off, and I know you were staying down there trying to stay out of everybody's way, and Artis come off and clipped that wall and caught Worley's nose and surprised you, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I saw it in the mirror the whole way, and it was just, you know, it is what it is. It's been that kind of year for me, but I'm still, you know, getting better.
Well, that's what I was telling Rudy as I pulled you in here to find out what happened. Originally, I said, man, he's going to be getting tired of us interviewing him this early in the events. I know he's got to be, but at least it's not before, you know, so we give you the jinx.
Yeah, but up until I wrecked coming into pit lane there, I was, you know, top 10, and then I kind of lost control of it a little bit. Coming off the corner, it's a handful out there, and you know, all that stuff. So, but you know, I was in the groove, running well, moving up, and everything was good. Just a few mistakes will get you in trouble real fast, and I don't know, it's not been my year for that.
Really slick on the exits. It looks like a lot of cars are sideways coming off 2 and off of 4.
Yeah, I think my teammate under caution there just proved that. Says he's made a little mistake himself too, so it looks to be a little adventure. I might be glad I'm out of it tonight, so I appreciate it, fellas, all the work you do up there.
All right, buddy.
Thanks.
Well, we will catch you later on or next week.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you, Rudy.
See you, buddy.
All right, Roger.
That poor guy's just had terrible luck, man. Terrible luck. I feel so bad for him.
He was just totally innocent in that one, and man, they just pile drived him. All right, we're back ready to go green here, Roger. but he doubled
Yeah,
up.
he wasn't kidding. Gidman spun it out on his wave around lap and put some damage on that car.
Oh boy.
Yeah, not good.
We didn't think that was that much damage, but it must have been more.
Well,
than we
he
thought.
did it. He just did it again.
Oh. Okay.
He got the wave around and just done it again. Just like that's what Nathan was saying. And he did it under caution. So it's really slick out there. All right, pace car's in again. Bose and Spangler at the front. Bose nailing the throttle one more time in the middle of 4, getting that good drive off. Oh, and I just saw Blake Bryant clip the wall on the front stretch.
Yeah, he tagged Matt Spangler in the back on that restart right there. And if you notice, Blake's got a little bit of nose damage on that, so there's got to be a little bit of tail damage on Matt Spangler's car.
Maybe just a touch. I know he's working over Schweikert. That's Blake Bryan I'm talking about. He's working Schweikert over right now, trying to get that spot, but it doesn't look like he's going to have to drive off of 4 to clear him by the time he gets to 1.
Yeah, we're going to look back real quick here on. You can see the damage on Blake Bryant's front right there on the nose. But let's
there is no damage on the 29 car.
Yeah, I see none. But
none at all.
But I think that's the second time he's done that on the restart. The last restart he tagged Matt Spangler in the back also, remember?
Yep. He's getting passed right now by Matt Cucker. Probably tightened that car up quite a bit. Pushed in as the center of that nose is.
Yeah, I would say. So yeah, Blake Bryant goes back to 5th place now. And look who's in 6th. John Batista with that ill-handling car he was talking about. And Tyler McClintock starting to work up here and get up to Joe Roberts. I seen him take a peek there for a minute, but he thought better of it, backed off the gas. And I think he's going to try it another time here. Joe's pretty strong out there today, though.
Joe's feeling pretty good with his machine. I'm back here looking at 10th, 11th, 12th, Thomas Brander, who we're not used to seeing this deep in these fields. Right here with Michael Livey and Randall Drake.
And Johnny Reed Foley quite a bit ahead of them, trying to keep into the mix of things here, into the top 10 though. We haven't given him a whole lot of camera time, and there he is, Johnny Reed Foley. All right, Michael Livey back here in 11th place behind Thomas Brandner. Randall Drake in 12th, and he's got Galen Gidman all over the tail of him now. Galen got that damage on that car, and we'll have to see how he can get that thing back up to the front if he can.
McClintock got past Joe Roberts. Boy, he put a gap between he and Roberts.
Yes, he did, real quick. I think Joe must have had a little slip there.
He looks really loose on exit every lap. Actually, every even number corner. So.
Well, I talked to Joe before the race. Actually, we talked quite a bit. He's out there with a brand spanking new rig under him, a brand new computer, just fresh built. Hasn't even got used to all the bells and whistles on it yet.
And he actually had a hardware issue straight from the build. The video card was not working correctly. It was giving all kinds of fits. Right. He changed it out, put his old video card back in, and he said that thing is just flying.
Yep.
Can't wait to get that new one back in.
Yeah, we were discussing some of the things. Yeah, he got ordered a 770.
GTX 770,
and it didn't work.
That makes me leery of ordering the machine that I'm thinking about ordering. It has twin GTX 770s in it.
I think it's just a fluke. You don't hear too much about NVIDIA sending out crappy cards, so I think it's just a fluke.
I've used both NVIDIA and Radeons, and I've never had issues with either one. I think they both do a fantastic job. So.
Yep.
He got just one bad piece. John Batista is under fire here. He looks like he's giving up a spot. He might give up 2 or 3 here just real quick. He's still on the outside. McClintock goes by, and Joe Roberts is looking to fill the hole that's left.
You'll see Batista can't get it back down there in time, and that's going to open that door. And now Foley's looking to go in that door too. He does. Sticks his nose in there as well. Going to both of them go by John Batista.
He's there now. As long as he can stay right there, Batista will have to give that up in 3, and he does not. He falls in behind.
Batista had such a good run that time coming off the turn, and Foley was a little loose. Oh, Foley loose again. Wow. Good save.
Come off that very bottom down there. I don't care what mod you're in. That very, very bottom exit of turn 4 just does not work under power. It's really slick down there for some reason.
We're going to watch here as he goes around, because he's backed off of Batista a little bit, and it could be the air could be a little unsettled right ahead of him with Batista. He's really, really loose right now. He's going to have to let them tires cool off, Roger.
Yeah, and once the tires get hot, as much strain as you put on the right sides here, it's really hard to get the right side tires to cool off on this track. So he's really going to have to be patient, let that thing come back around. I mean, we're starting lap 58 right here, so we're a long ways into this event. These guys, they know what they've got by now.
Tucker in for Schweikert in second. And Schweikert's starting to reel in Matt Spangler, which is a second behind Alan Bowes. Alan Bowes is like 56 laps right now, Roger. That's amazing.
Yeah, he's kept that puppy out front pretty good.
We've only had one other leader, and that was DeAndre Artis, which he's out of the race right now, but he stayed out there to lead that one lap. So, and from what I'm understanding, DeAndre may not be able to race for a little while. He's going back to school or going to school.
Well, that'll definitely cut into your playtime. I know that.
He was a little disheartened by it, but education is more important than this stuff.
You know? I'm watching this battle right here for 5th, and McClintock got in the back of Bryant down in 3 and 4. Really stacked them both up, and they'll let all 3 of those cars, Roberts, Batista, and Foley, get into this mix. Now we got a 5-car battle in this spot.
Yeah, this is heating up here. Not much going on up in the front, except Schweikert now about a half a second behind Spangler.
Joe Roberts got a good run off it too, but McClintock covers the inside right there.
Oh, and they almost get together. I don't think Blake Bryant seen McClintock coming. Oh, Blake Bryant is really loose coming off the turn right there.
I think he was really under power right there and trying to force his way. Foley got past Batista right there. He's really trying to make that car do something that it didn't want to do.
Yeah, I don't think McClintock's happy right now with being back here 6.7 seconds behind the leader. I think he'd really like to get up there and mix it up with them guys. And he taps the wall coming off of turn 4, and that let Blake Bryant reel him right in quick. Man, these guys are racing it up, and I'll tell you what, I don't think I could do what they're doing.
It's tough.
Much fun as it looks, I'll tell you, I just don't think I could do it.
Leaders are starting to get back into lap traffic again here. They're going to be coming up on the 8 car of Crumrye.
Get up here with Bowes and watch and see what happens here with Bowes as he comes around and catches up with Crumrye.
Tell you what, I'm pretty sure Matt Spangler's been into the fence. That right side is mashed all kinds of up on that car.
Crumrye trying to hold him off, but just can't do it. Goes way up high and lets Alan Bowes get by on the inside. So good job. Nice clean pass. Okay, we've got Matt Spangler coming up next on Crumrye here. Oh, Schweikert into the wall. Schweikert into the wall.
Oh, and then into Cucker.
Oh.
Engine let go in that car.
He was trying to get it going again. Brings out the caution.
Big crash there. That took a couple more cars out with it.
Oh, brother. He's not going to be happy with himself. I think it was just a self-spin as it started out.
Well, I tell you what, looking at he come off of 2 kind of low, and that car just hooked and went inside. And he tried to power it back. Oh, he tried to power it back up, and it just shot across the track.
Yeah, we're just going into one here.
Joe Roberts, Reeve, Matt Cucker, his night is done.
Right there, come off of 2, and man, he tried to keep it off the wall, but Schweikert Machine's going to have a lot of damage, and he tried to get back in it, I think. Comes up, oh man, that hurt.
Yeah, they got 3 really good cars right there. Schweikert, Cucker, Joe Roberts.
Man, Schweikert missing the hood and everything on that car.
Yeah, that was wow, that was a big crash. We hadn't seen one of those here.
Yeah, Schweikert comes right back up onto the track right here.
Yeah, once a car goes to spinning and sliding, it's really difficult to tell exactly where it's going to go as a driver. All you're trying to do is hold the brakes down, get it straightened out, or at least get where you can feel a direction.
Mm-hmm.
And as he comes off that wall, he just, man, that thing just shot to the right.
I'm going to go back here because I want to see. Joe Roberts actually did not get involved with them 2. I think.
Yeah. No, he comes in. Cucker is right there sitting in 3.
I see.
He didn't get the car woed down enough, and Cucker was sideways, and he just absolutely creamed him sitting still right there.
My God. That looks like that might have ended his day. No.
Oh, yeah, that engine let go quick. We'll see if here in a second we can maybe get John in here and ask him if he fought that all night or if that was just a weird little deal that happened, because I didn't see him doing that all night long in that car. I hadn't seen him fighting too much loose, and man.
Oh man, that took out 3 good drivers too.
Yeah, unfortunate.
To your channel.
John Schweikert, Roger Wagner, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Man, we did not see you fight that car very much all night. Was it just one of them weird things that happened when that thing stepped out on you?
Yeah, we made a small adjustment to try and free up center, and it made it opposite. It made the center tighter and the exit looser, and it was slowly getting worse and worse and worse, and I was backing it up and doing everything I could, and it started to step out pretty early the turn before that, and when I went through 2, it just flat lost it so fast I couldn't keep up with it, and then it hit the wall on the inside. And I was trying to ease it up off the wall, and then it just snapped back up the track. I mean, there's nothing I could do, nothing anybody else could do. It's unfortunate that we ruined a good car and probably ruined a couple other guys' night.
Yeah, we've kind of been watching you carve your way through the field. You're having a heck of a run there, and we had just actually gotten up to starting to talk about you front 3 guys again, so we worked our way back through the field, and all of a sudden that car just starts to loop coming off of 2, and I thought, oh well, he can save that. And then when it hit the wall, I was like, wow, it had done that all night long. That's something kind of weird. I didn't see you really fight that car a whole lot tonight. So you saying that it made it opposite in the center, that actually explains quite a bit about the way that car reacted right there.
Yeah, you know, we had a really fast car, and I think that we had a car very, very capable of winning, just like last week. I was just really riding right there. You know, I'm hoping for my teammate Matt to have a really good run, and just kind of letting him do his thing, and waiting for Alan to come back to us and figure on strategy. But I definitely know that we had a car very capable of winning, just on raw speed alone. It's unfortunate, and it's time to root on my teammate.
Well, you're pretty much already locked into the chase, and I'm sure this was just an opportunity maybe to grab some more bonus points or something like that. But you know, the night's over tonight, and looking forward to the rest of the season, man. How you fixed up for getting into this chase?
I think we're really good. Tonight was a night where I probably could have capitalized on win number 2, been even closer to Patrick, but you know, it's okay. It was just kind of a fun night to go out there and play around with Dover. I like this track a lot. As far as chase looks, Richmond's going to be a crapshoot. We got a really good set for Richmond, but that's last week. I had to start in the back, so once again I have to show a lot of patience, driving through the field. But after that, it'll be game on and go for everything.
All
Good. What another restart. Man, Bose is just flying on these restarts. But now he's going to have to hit McClintock here really quick. McClintock's been really quick, and he carved his way from the back up to about 4th or 5th place before that caution. So I'll be interested to see if he can run him down. Now, he's been one of the 2 fastest cars out here all night long, and I'll be interested to see if he can run down the 15 car.
Well, I just watched Foley go by John Batista there. Foley moves into 3rd now, so he's moved his way up to the front.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had 3 less cars to pass that time. So, taking advantage of what everyone else is doing, and that's what you got to do here. John, I hate to get away from you there, but man, I appreciate your time. And I just wanted to find out this. Like I said, it didn't look like you fucked that car at all until that lap, and then they just jumped out of it. Sorry for your luck.
It's all good. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for putting us on as always. Thank my team. Always does really good work and working on stats. And thank my brother. I appreciate you guys bringing me up here and let me have a word and explain what happened. I really feel bad that I caused the yellow there.
Yeah, well, you know, we don't like to talk to anybody that isn't out there participating before the race is over, and most of the times we're going to talk to you at the end and on the podium, but unfortunately tonight we're not going to do that, and best of luck to you the rest of the season.
Well, you didn't interview me before the race, so maybe your streak of interviewing people with these records over this was just me on my own.
Yeah, we said the same thing today. Man, you're going to be getting tired of us interviewing you before the race is over. At least we're not doing it before you back and making everybody think the curse lives.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a fun race watching, and I want to stick around and kind of see how it shakes out. So you guys have fun up here. Thanks a lot for everything you guys do.
Thanks,
right,
John.
We'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later, buddy. All right, McClintock trying to reel in Alan Bose. Oh, McClintock.
Into the fence.
Yep, really loose that time. I've noticed he's been fighting a loose car tonight, Roger.
I wonder if he's made the same adjustment maybe that Schweikert made, and he needs to go back on it. But because that car was really strong early, and I know he was just a little loose at the first run, but that second one I actually was paying attention to his car. It looked like that thing was just on rails going around here. And now all of a sudden it looks like he's fighting really loose off position. He's got a little damage on the right rear corner of that car too.
Yeah, and he's gonna have to try to hang on to that thing and stay right there in the grasp of Alan Bose if he's going to do anything before the end of this race. We're just a little past halfway now.
Yeah, he's actually got that damage right on the very back, above and behind the right rear wheel that I can see. That's where a lot of the side and downforce on this right side of this car gets actually made. Helps these cars stick when they're going through the centers and up off the exits of these corners. So we'll see if he's getting looser as the run goes on. I was trying to watch him through 4 there. See if he starts to get looser as the run goes on. If he does, the telltale sign is that he's got that right rear bent more than it looks.
Yeah, I think he's changed his line just a touch because he's not getting loose coming off like he was.
Well, and a lot of times that'll help when you've got a little damage to change your entry or change your exit line just a little bit. It'll compensate for the effects of the air. The change in the effect of the air over the car is done. So that's a smart driver if he's able to feel it that much and able to change, just that little bit of line and help that car stay pretty even keel.
Yeah, he's kind of diamonding the corners a little bit better, I've noticed, than he was when he was getting looser. So when it's showing because he's real Alan Bose into right down within a half a second now.
Well, we have lost about 7 cars right now, 8 cars in this race.
Which I'm not really surprised, Roger.
Well, I mean, with a smaller field and the way we started this race, at this point kind of am surprised we have 8 cars out of this race. I mean, if this would have been one of those where we were just 3 or 4 laps in caution, yeah, I'd probably say the same thing. I'm not surprised, but we started off with a big long 30-odd lap run, and now we're right here in the midst of this. We've got 12 cars on the track, 11 on the lead lap, 8 cars out. Just really unfortunate for a bunch of those last 3. It's short track. This is a short track. I mean, even though it has high banks, this really is a short track.
Yeah. Matt Spankler did get by John Batista, so now Matt back up into 4th. But he's got quite a little bit of distance to cover to get back up to the front. 3.5 seconds behind the leaders. So that's a lot of distance.
It took him quite a while to pass Batista there.
Yeah.
And Foley's still sideways off the corners. And when Spangler gets to him, he might make short work of Foley. Foley probably just let him go just because he's not, I don't think he's completely happy with the way his car's exiting the corners right now.
Right.
He does have new paint on his car, in case you didn't notice.
Yes, I do. That's a nice looking paint job too. I like it. I like it a lot. I see his painter's been hard at work.
he keeps the paint shop busy. I'll tell you that.
I'll bet he does.
And some weeks he keeps the body shop really busy.
Boy, Spangler blinked out like crazy there. I didn't know if you noticed that or not.
I had actually moved up to look at that battle for the lead, what's really in the battle. I thought they were closer than they were, but no, I did not catch that he blinked out right there.
Clintock now right down to about 0.4 of a second. So, yeah, whatever he did there, changed his line or whatever he did, and you know, I've seen this and I've heard this, and I'm sure you have too, Roger. He may have learned what he's doing off of what Alan Bowes is doing, because if you notice, they're running almost the identical line now.
Well, and you know, sometimes when you're the trailing car and things just aren't working, watching what the guy in front of you is doing, it does a couple of things. One, if he's doing something better than you are, you can pick up on it. Or two, it actually takes your mind off of what you're really doing and lets you just focus on getting around the track. And a lot of times, just doing that, you're not going, man, I can't make up the time on this guy. I'm not, you know, we're doing the same things. I'm just not making up time. It lets you free your mind and lets everything kind of come together. And sometimes that's all it takes, is just clearing your mind, not thinking about what you're doing, to actually make you do what you're doing better.
I'm riding on board with him right now, and he's, you know, he's not missing a beat right now. And boy, I shouldn't say that too loud. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx Tyler at all. But,
well, we didn't interview him, so he'll be
right.
safe.
But whatever he's doing is working, because now he's down to under 0.4 of a second behind Bowes. Well, he was there for a split second. Bowes gets such a good run coming off the turns.
I'll tell you, the thing I see is that Tyler's staying a little bit low, getting through the centers. The one thing I see late on exit is it looks like that car kind of has to jump to the left a little bit to get straight coming up off the corners.
Yeah.
Like he's just a tick snug on the very exit. But when he's changed his line and come off low like he's doing right now, this last 2-3 corners, he's actually made up. Physically able to see him make up a half to a full time. Now that time he runs out wide. There's that little kick to the left, and he doesn't make up any time. It stays the same.
Yep.
This time we'll see how he exits forward. But right in the middle, see right there, he made up about a half a car.
Yep.
And that drive low and off behind, he does not lose that back. So maybe he's getting a little bit tight in the middle when he gets too close. I'm not sure.
Yep.
But I just think in 1 and 2, he's just got the nose way down too low. And maybe if he would follow a little more of the line that the car in front of him is following, he might be able to turn down sooner and get a little better drive off. But he's really beating Bowes in 4. 3 and 4 really good, but Bowes is beating him back in 1 and 2.
And they're got them two are you know, battling as much as they're battling up there and staying right there. You know, it's one thing that Tyler can catch them, but getting by Bowes could be a whole nother ball of wax.
Bowes is pretty cagey as a driver anyway. He's not constantly going as fast as the car will go. He's going pretty quick, but sometimes he's got just a little reserve. And if you look, McClintock got a little close, got into within 2 car lengths. Now it's out to about 4.5. Bowes starting to ease away. Maybe a product that McClintock got the right front tire just a little hot and he's having to wait. Or maybe the fact that Bowes said, well, I'll let you get close enough. I'm going to turn the wick up just a little bit.
Yep.
And we're going to go, because we got another pit stop we got to make.
Bowes is feeling the pressure right now. And you know, he's got to stay focused. I'm sure he's looking in the mirror a lot, but he's got to stay focused to stay ahead.
Oh,
there he goes.
Sideways.
Oh, good save. As usual.
We say it every week.
Yep.
Man, that guy, I just don't know what he does, but he makes some of the best saves ever.
Well, you want to talk about being up on the wheel? You'd have to be up on the wheel to do some of that. Oh,
yellow. We got a yellow. Hey, Galen Gidman, it looks like.
And Thomas Keene, them two getting together. Looks like Thomas might have got into the back of Galen.
Oh, yeah. It looks like he got down in there, got down in the corner pretty deep right there. Just kind of run right over the 94 car.
Okay, we're back here watching that. And Galen had quite a little bit of a lead on him, but Galen got really loose right there coming off turn 4.
Yeah, that 94 car's picked up a bunch of damage now.
Yeah.
He's actually smoking. He may be finished.
Okay, now right about here's where I think it was going into 3. Yeah, Galen looked like he really backed out of it, and Thomas wasn't quite ready for that because he was a little bit too close and got into the back of him.
Very unfortunate for Galen.
Yeah.
He's solidly into the points, and he'll easily make the chase. He just really wanted to have a nice finish tonight.
Sure.
And with no wins, keep himself way up there in the point standings. Don't know how much this is going to affect him with a small field. Whether he actually gets to... I think he's going to try to slide around here and lead a lap, pick up a point for whatever he's going to lose. Pretty smart move right there.
Yes, it is.
Knowing that the car might be done for the night, picking up that extra bonus points. You know, that's pretty heady right there. Good call by whoever his crew chief is tonight.
Yeah. All right, all the leaders coming off pit road. Alan Bowes and company. Matt Spangler. Boy, these guys all come into their pit stop just about the same exact time. So, in their pit stall, I should say. Looks like Alan Bowes is going to be out first. McClintock second. Spangler third. Wow, what a change. But Gidman's going to stay out and lead that lap. Great job by him, but oh, you know what? It still did not score him for leading that lap.
I thought I saw it score him for that. Maybe it's my mistake.
It should have.
Well, I thought I saw it put it number 1 on the board.
It just blew up on the backstretch.
Yeah, that car was hurt pretty bad, I think. So
Galen's got to be tore up about that.
Well, we might get to find out.
Well, he might if he can make it down pit road here ahead of Alan Bowes. Oh,
I show him as number 1 right now.
Well, yeah, I'm showing him as number 1, but it didn't show him as leading that lap.
Interesting. I show him as leading the lap.
Okay, well, yeah, it could be a glitch in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Well, you know what? When they post the points, we'll know because it'll show who all led laps. It's unfortunate that car. He fought that car quite a bit anyway, and then had that self spin, just a tick of damage, and then he got into the next 2 cautions. You know, just a little to that last one. That was a big hit. I really didn't think the car hit that hard to cause that much damage. Now the engine's let go, but if you look, Alan Bowes, Matt Spangler, John Foley, all in the top 3 again.
Yes, sir. Michael Libby up there, Batista. As bad as he says that car was feeling, he has been in that top 5, 6, somewhere along in there for this last part of the race here. He's been doing good. I think he's doing better than what he thought he was going to do.
Well, real quickly. Oh, you know what? I don't have to go get him. He came. He came to me this time. I like that. He must have been on the same thing. How you doing, Mr. Gidman?
I've been better.
Yeah, I had a feeling you might say that. I didn't want to ask what happened. We saw what happened. It's unfortunate, but man, you know, you mentioned earlier that the car was a little free. Did you get that fixed before all of this?
No, I never got it fixed. Car wasn't a little free. It was just wrecking loose. Finally could hang on to a lap 30 something, came down, just got a little bit of damage. We got that quick caution, and I was on my wave around lap, and I was trying to see if I got it fixed, what to expect, and it was still too loose, and I crashed it again on the wave around lap. Had a bunch more damage, got all that fixed, and was just doing the best we could in about 10th, and I got run over. I don't know what happened, but I mean, I know he didn't mean to do it, but it still sucks. We were gonna try to limp it home top 10, top 7 maybe if something crazy happened, but you know, it just happens. You're not gonna have a good car every week, and so rough car did the best we could, and eventually got put out of our misery.
12th place.
Well, let us get this restart underneath us here, and I got a couple more questions for you real quick. Pace car's going to duck off. Still got Bose out front. Spangler right there. Oh, and
Foley.
Foley. Wow, they went together. How about timing that up?
Yeah.
Johnny Foley into second place.
But he almost blew it by smoking the tires.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, that big wiggle almost cost him not only not having second place, but not finishing this event. Ooh, man, them guys are close. Brandner and Blake Bryant really close down the backstretch from each other.
I know just from when I was in with Blake, he's got a really good handling car. He's just having trouble finding speed in it at this point. But I know that he is really happy with the way his car is handling right now.
Well, with all the nose damage he's got, he's kind of pushing a snowplow. I'm sure he's having a lot of trouble finding speed, especially down the straightaways with that car. He got in the back of Spangler a couple of times and pushed the center of that nose right in.
And Spangler got no damage out of that.
Yeah, and Spangler gets no damage out of it.
Thomas Brandner.
Way sideways off the wall. Woo, good save.
That lets everybody go by. Thomas Keene, the last one to go by, so Brandner back to the 8th spot, no, 9th spot.
Foley into the fence, and he gives up second.
Yep.
We're under 50 laps to go here. Oh, well, there's a wreck. Oh, if those guys don't... Yeah, wow. Yeah, the 10 and the 51 got just... They door hammered each other, and Blake Bryant went into the outside fence there. And so McClintock went on by. Ooh, that was kind of a rough situation on Ford.
Blake's got more damage on the front of that car now.
John Batista fighting a loose car all the way down the back stretch, gives up spot to Michael Livy right there.
Wow, what happened there with... I'm just watching that 10 and the 51. It's like the 10 just shot up into him.
Yeah, I think he might have touched the apron with the left side tires. Everybody knows that's an absolute no-no here. That car jumps dead right every time you do that.
Well, you know Blake won't be happy about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to look at this place kind of like it is a short track. As hard as it is to pass, there's going to be some contact from time to time, and that probably could have been avoided, but, I mean, every time I come in here, I know I can expect a little bit of contact if someone's trying to get around me, so I don't get too frustrated about it. I mean, what happened to you? I might get a little upset about that, because you just flat got run over from behind, but... You know, that door contact, that stuff's going to happen on these small tracks.
Well, McClintock gets by Batista now.
He's got his sights set on Livy.
Yes, sir. McClintock now in 5th, 3.3 seconds behind the leader. Foley still hanging on in 3rd.
That's an accomplishment with a bunch of damage. Exactly, that's took the words out of my mouth, Roger.
Yeah, he got in the fence really hard off the 2 a few laps ago and let Spangler by. And it looks to me right now like he is really fighting that car on exit every corner.
I tell you, I don't know what set he was running, but if it was anything like mine, I'm sure he was.
Bing! Oh, and into the fence again. He is really fighting that thing right now. He's pushing it so hard that he is really fighting it now.
And he's got such a big gap of field. Just try to maintain that. He doesn't have to win the race. He just needs to finish. He's already in the chase. You know, he's got to win this season. He's going to get the bonus points just by staying inside the top 10. So he just needs to finish this race and not wreck this car. I mean, there's no need to try to force the issue. If the car isn't willing to give you anything better than a 5th place finish, then take a 5th place finish. But
well, guys, we haven't really talked too much about Randall Drake. I know he was caught up into that wreck there earlier. I mean, way early in the race, but he's still 6 laps down out here running in 11th. But Gale, you know, you're going to finish 12th. So, really not too bad. You know, just outside the top 10, I know, but, you know, you got 12 places.
Holy, way off the pace, down on the inside, up against the inside wall. That car is getting the best of him right now.
Oh, yeah.
He was trying to get so much more than that car has got. And, you know, maybe he's tired from running double duty tonight because he did run NIS earlier. That's a pretty grueling 100 laps, even though it is Michigan.
The other thing is, it's just hard, you know, not only is he probably mentally tired and, you know, emotionally tired from that NIS race, but he right now he has to change his mindset. In the NIS race, he was Superman. He was able to go out in second split and win the race. You have to have a really good car and be able to do just about anything you want to do that. Right now, he doesn't have that great of a...
Oh, there he goes again.
A big crash.
Oh,
he better stand in it. He better stand in it. He's coming.
Oh, man. He tried to lock it down. Caution out.
I think he got loose off it, too, and I think Livy got in that back bumper and just... You know, it just really upset that car. He's been fighting it for a little while here. Oh, yeah.
Watch here. I know him and Livy were side by side for quite a little while, and then he got ahead of Livy, but I don't know if Livy took the air off of him or what, because he was really loose coming off the turn, and then Livy tapped him.
Yep. And that car was already had enough damage.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get more out of that. I mean, he really got that car woed down before it got back out to the wall in turn 3 there, and it just lightly touched that fence.
Yeah.
And when you're in Livy's position, it's hard to put the blame on him because there's really not a lot you can do when that happens.
No, all you can do is react to what the guy in front of you is doing and hope you miss him. And you know, sometimes you're just too close.
If there's one place in all iRacing that gets hard, it's off turn 2 at Dover, and that's where we are. So, you know, that's what happens.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to ask you earlier. I mean, no wins, but inside, you know, the top 5 here in the points, you're obviously into the chase. 12th place, not where you wanted to finish tonight, but you're in there. You're going to have a little bit of a hill to climb when we start this chase. Give me an honest assessment of what you feel like the chances are.
I think we can get a top 5 points finish. To be honest, I don't expect to win it, but we're going to go out there and do the very best we can. That's what we've done all season. We've gotten better as the season's gone on, and that's all we can do, you know?
Well, now next week starts the chase, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what kind of goal do you have set for yourself for this chase?
Do the best we can every week. That's just got to be your goal all the time. Like I said, I don't know that we're in a position to win, but we're going to do the very best we can. So I'd like to win a race before the season's up. If we can do that and get a top 5 points finish in the chase, that would be great. I do have to run here for a second, guys,
okay.
And hopefully I'll be back just in a few minutes.
You bet.
All right, Galen. Well, Roger, we're about to go back to green here in a little bit. Want to know? I mean, this has been a much better race than I expected. I mean, this is caution number 5, but these guys have turned 115 laps here. That's pretty cool.
They're getting through here, and we're having really, really good runs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, not 5-10 lap runs, not 6 lap runs. We're having 25-30 lap runs here. This is a really, really good race right now.
Yep.
Really good race.
I just don't know if anybody's going to have anything for Bose. I mean, that car is so clean, and he keeps it out in that clean air. He's just really, really strong right now.
Right.
Well, let's see. We're going to have, what, about 35 laps to go when they come to the line.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get this green here, and we're going to have about just about 35. Yeah, exactly. So they're 34. 34. We're at 35 right now.
That's right. Can they make it the rest of the way on fuel, right?
Oh, easily. I think we could have made it before. I was getting ready to readjust that and say, we may not have to make another stop.
So now it's just going to be about tire management these last 34 laps.
Right.
All right.
We're going to extend this caution. A little bit of confusion about something. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I'm going to try to get some clarification from the admin tower, but I'm going to try. I can't promise you I can get the information, but it looks like Matt Spangler is going to go to the back of the field, and we had to extend the caution 1 lap to get that accomplished. Must have been something he did on pit road, because that's the only thing I've seen an opportunity for anybody to make any mistakes.
Well, if you can figure out what the heck that was.
Yeah, guys, that's what I had to step away for. We preach every week that you need to stay to the left, or all the way to the right on pit road and to get to your pit stall. You can't pull over, try to pass another driver, and Spangler had been doing it pretty much the entire length of pit road, so we had to issue him an EOL.
Well, thanks for the clarification. I thought you had left the room, so I wasn't sure, but thank you for clarifying that. I was a little confused of what was going on. I was seeing some of the chatter, and I saw the penalty be handed out, and I had no idea what happened. My only speculation was something had to happen on pit road, because that's the only place I've seen that guy have an opportunity to do anything. Other than that, he's just been racing like crazy tonight. All right, here we go. Oh, he's probably going to get another one of them great jumps. There he goes. Batista was on his outside, did not get a bad start, but did not get as good a start as Tyler McClintock. And now McClintock clear into second. Going to have an opportunity with about 33 laps here to try to run down Bowes and see if he can do anything with Alan Bowes. No one's been able to all night long. It's just that 18 car is really strong tonight.
Thomas Keener taking a look on the inside of Batista, but man, he had to really back out of it. Now Blake Bryant comes right up on his tail. He's got him bunched up.
Well, Libby thought about 3 wide for about a half a second.
That wouldn't have been good here.
Yeah, you don't do 3 wide here.
No. Keen gets passed up by 3 cars right there in one turn.
And if you're Blake, you're just doing the best you can. He's got some damage, but a good handling car, so he can put it where he wants to put it. He's just a roadblock. And so it looked like he got a good start. He's just doing the best he can, but it's going to be tough as the laps go on here.
Mike Spangler flying past Keen. But Matt Spangler all the way up to the 7th position.
You know he's got to be anxious to get to the front after being up there and having to go to the back, but I'm pretty sure he'll be up there before too long.
Yeah, he's already catching up to Brander here, and he's right up on his tail. He'll be looking for a way to get right by him here, probably in the next lap or 2.
And meanwhile, Brander said, I see him coming, I gotta get past Keen. He's trying to work, or Livy, he's trying to work Livy really quick so that, when they get clear, then he's going to work with Springer.
Manger
Big loose.
Now
And I don't think that was I'm under throttle or something, that I had to jump out of the throttle.
Right. Now,
If anything,
go ahead.
I was going to say, if anything, he could have gotten a little tight this year. And this is just a weird track, like what Roger was saying. When you hop out of the gas, sometimes it just does jump sideways. So he could have been tight, and that would have made him lose.
Yeah, exactly, right there. Because I haven't noticed sometimes when you do jump out of the throttle, it doesn't make the car, or doesn't help the car to make the turn. Sometimes it actually makes the tight condition a lot worse.
Well, McClintock back into where he was before that
There it is
caution.
again. Same thing. I'm still watching these guys because Livy is working over Blake Bryan. He cannot get around him. Brander is working Libby over, and I think he showed a little frustration a lap or 2 ago. He got down into 3 and gave him a little shot in the bumper, and Libby just can't get past the 51 car.
It's difficult because the 51, like we were talking about earlier, he's got that damage that makes him slow down the straightaway, but his car handles where he can be fast in the pieces of the corner he needs to be fast in. pieces where you would get past. So it's incredibly difficult to be Libby right now and have a car that could put a better lap time down by himself than the 51 could, but not be able to pass him where you need to be fast.
He makes up so much time on the straightaway and down into the corner, but he can't get that exit. And there we see Spangler getting around Brandner right now. But Libby just cannot get the timing right to get the run off the corner and get past the, or get inside the 51 so that he can complete that pass going down into the next corner.
McClintock up here in second is still trying. He's right back into where he was before, trying to reel in Alan Bowes, but he's losing ground to Alan Bowes right now. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Now Bowes might have made an adjustment on that last pit stop and decided he was going to let it all hang out for these last 34 laps. And right now we're down here coming to about 23 to go, and you know, there's nothing left. I mean, you got to let it all go right here.
Absolutely, but he's fallen back now 1 second behind Bowes, and I don't know if he's going to. Well, there is enough time for him to reel him in, but he's going to have to wait for Bowes' fall off on his tires. But I'll tell you what, I don't think Bowes' tires fall off too easily.
Well, they're running very similar lap times, a 146 to a 187 the last lap, and this time McClintock actually that 200ths quicker, 182 for Bowes and a 163 for McClintock. Yeah. So, I mean, every other lap they could trade that 200ths, but that's not going to get him any closer. He's got to be faster for a handful of laps here, you know, half a tenth quicker to get back up there, because he's just not making up.
Oh, Batista off the pace.
Oh, hit that inside wall a little bit.
No caution though. I'm going to go back and take a look at that, because boy, he just flat out just come out of the turn and lost it.
Yeah, it just hooked left on him. The same thing that kind of happened to Schweikert earlier. Off of 2, this happened to Batiste off of 4, and he did a good job actually not hitting that wall too hard. He just got a little bit of left front damage on it.
Looked like just about the time he hit that little hump coming up off the turn was when it lifted. Might have got back in the gas.
Blake Bryant and Matt Spangler are just hammer and tonguing it right now. Spangler gave him a little getting down into one, and Bryant gave him a little push down getting off it too. So turnabout is fair play, I suppose, is the term you would use there, right?
I guess so. I think Spangler's ready to go and a lot quicker than Blake, but so he tried to get in there in the last second going in, and Blake probably didn't appreciate that too much. Said, if you play that way, we'll just pinch you down a little bit. But I can't help but think they go enough laps, Spangler's going to prevail or they're both going to wreck.
I think Spangler's just got a little bit faster car. Now that nose damage is really hurting Blake. Even though he's so good in the corners, Spangler's able to really pull up going down the straightaway. Watch that closing right there.
One into the wall.
Oh my goodness, Mike.
And Foley. That was Foley.
Oh, did he
Foley
ever
got caught up
get
in that?
Wow, that was crazy right there.
Well, that does the 3 car in too.
They were telling me they were going to nickname that car Cockroach after everything that I think somebody finally stepped on it.
Yep, and it looks like that little bit of contact had to be a little neck killer. If you go back and watch that in slow motion, it looks like Foley's going to miss him, and all of a sudden, boom, the car shoots, and they never touch.
Yeah, boy, Michael Libby hit that inside wall a ton.
Yeah, Foley hit the inside wall a ton too. I think his motor might be done. He's going to blow up before he gets around.
Oh, man. Oh, wow, did he ever hit? Holy smokes.
Man, Libby took a big shot on that inside wall.
Yeah,
big
he
shot.
did. He's on pit road, but I highly doubt he's going to get back out.
I'll tell you, Bo stayed out.
Foley in second.
You guys want the backstory on Bo staying out?
His car's better on old tires.
No, I'll tell you what I bet it is. Season 1 or 2, long before you guys even ever began broadcasting for us, we had a race here, and it was just after Bose had joined the league, and he was out here winning every single time cars were on the track. I mean, he won something like 8 straight races across both series, and he came out, dominated Dover, and pitted on a late caution where nobody else did and was never able to get to the front. And to this day, he talks about that race where he pitted when he shouldn't have. And so I'll bet anything he's determined not to make that same mistake again, and I almost wonder if it's going to bite him.
I think it's definitely going to bite him. McClintock's had a just lightning quick car, nearly as quick as Alan Bowes, and as the run goes on, he actually equals out with him. But Matt Spangler's back here, and his car's been just flying tonight. I've really questioned this strategy. Maybe he's hoping for cautions the rest of the way, and he can just ride around and take this win. I'm shaking my head going, what is Alan Bowes thinking right now? That may be one of the weirdest things I've seen in a while as far as on-track calls. You still got 15 laps to go.
Well, we're going to have to see how this is going to work out, because he's got 3 fast guys behind him. Matt Spangler was working his way up through the field. If he can get by Blake Bryant, that could be a 3-car battle up there for the win tonight. I don't think Blake Bryant's got enough to get up there for the win. He may have enough car to kind of hold up Matt Spangler a little bit, but he's going to be starting. See, Spangler's going to be starting inside. Or no, Spangler's going to be starting outside Blake Bryant on this restart.
Well, if Bryant can get a start like Bowes, and they can get together, that may be the one thing that helps Bowes out, is that Blake Bryant's car's just quick enough to hold up the 10 and the 29, and maybe get it down when there's not enough laps left for these guys to do anything with the 18 car. But if that doesn't happen real fast, I just do not see where this strategy even had an iota of paying off.
Well, I think Bowes knows that. He's just typed into the text chat that the curse of Dover has struck him again. But I think that he actually has a good shot with Blake right behind him, because their teammates, they'll probably time the restart, especially at a track like Dover. There's not much you can do. And with Blake behind him, Blake will probably get the jump on the 10, and you got to remember, the 10 and the 51 had some contact earlier that I'm sure that the 51 is probably not happy about. So not only does he want to hold off the 10 for a teammate, but he probably has a little bit of his own
agenda.
Payback. Agenda, not payback, but agenda. That's a good way to say it.
Well, we're about to find out here. Restart on lap 38. I have 13 circuits left here if we get to stay green. Like I said, if this doesn't stay green, maybe a brilliant call by the 18 team. If this stays green and the 51 doesn't get clear of those guys and at least with a little interference, wow, I'm baffled.
Who's in fifth?
Dominate this race.
I'm liking their chances. The fifth car. Who is that?
Yeah, Thomas Brander's got his shot.
I'll tell you, I know Thomas is driving the same car I was. He wins in that, it'll be American.
Well, here we go. Pace car in. Bowes nailing it. McClintock on it, but I think Bryant might get him right here down in 1 and 2, maybe. Side by side off in there. Yeah, oh yeah, he does. Clear. He's gonna.
McClintock slides it down in front of Spangler. Spangler comes back. What a run he got. Spangler coming back. Look at that run.
Actually, that's Brander.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brander, yes.
Yeah, Brander sounds best friend now.
Look at those 3 cars out front right now.
Yeah, that's gonna make the cheese a little binding right here, guys, because Brander out in front of McClintock. Now McClintock taking a beat.
Oh,
but
Spangler hit the wall. If Brander doesn't overdrive the entry again like he did in 1, he's got a look here on the 51.
Yeah, Blake went way up the hill right there coming out of the turn. Lost a ton of momentum, and boy, that opened up the door. And look at this, McClintock, Spangler, all these guys going to be in that door. Oh, we got them all piled up. Oh,
the whole
no.
field just piled in. This
Whoa.
changes a bunch.
Oh, gosh, I'm telling you.
Wow.
That was
I
crazy.
didn't see that happening.
Me
Brander
neither.
started to come off a 2, and that car just took off the fence, and he had to back out, and he clipped the fence. He got the 10. The 51, oh my, they were side by side coming off there. Nothing either one of them could do. And Spangler, no place to go, try to hold his line and take him right back across the front of him. Woo! That changes things a lot.
Brander had Bryant cleared right there, but he had backed off and hit the wall, and that stacked him up right behind him.
Wow. You want to know, I'm giving the Good Hands Award right now to John Batista. He goes right through the middle of this and doesn't touch anything. Comes out the other side without a scratch. What a piece of driving right there.
Man.
He's up for second.
That's going to tear up one heck of a lot of cars out there, guys. And this is just what Bose wanted to see, too. Now Spangler's got damage. Batista's clean. Thomas Keene's up there. Tyler McClintock's going to be back in 6th. So this is just exactly what Alan Bose was looking for.
Well, we are really dirtying up the end of a really good race.
Yeah.
But hey, we're racing hard, and you know we're down to 10 to go here, so yeah. You can't fault none of these guys for letting it all hang out right there. It's racing.
This is only caution number 7. I mean they did really good. They had a lot of green flag laps in here tonight.
Kind of taking a look here around. Oh my gosh, Spangler's front end is just mushed.
It sure
He's staying out though.
It's all pushed left. Everything it's all pushed left. Everything's pushed to the left.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be having an ill-handling car right there.
What I've got to be worried about, and what my biggest concern if I were him would be, was, is my car going to cool, or am I going to be overheating before the end of this race?
Yep.
Well, we're going to come down to probably about 5 lap shootout.
5 or 6, probably 6.
And Bose and Spangler stayed out.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you who's in the catbird seat right now. That's John Batista. A real opportunity here. If he could just get a good restart, get past the 29 on fresh tires, he might have a chance to go up here and challenge Bose on good tires. His car hasn't been that bad. I know he talked about when we interviewed him that it was a little ill-handling, but it looks like he's actually gotten it a little better as we've gone because he's been staying inside that top 5-6 since we talked to him. So
this has always been one of his better racetracks too. He really thrives at the places where it gets down to driver. He can hang on to a lot of cars the other guys wouldn't. So ill-handling car for him is probably not as big a deal here as it might be for others.
Well, you race with these guys all the time, so if I told you that not counting the Alan Bose typical running at the front, Matt Spangler being able to run at the front, you'd have a John Batista, Thomas Keene, and a Paul Crumry probably going to be your top 5 finishers. What would you have said before the race?
Batista can really wheel a car. That doesn't surprise me at all. These other guys, they've done a really good job out here to just stay around, be smart, be patient, put themselves in a position to finish well, and I mean, I hope for their sakes it works out.
I mean, look at Randall Drake, 2 laps down and running in 7th place.
And Randall is feeling very poorly tonight. I know he can barely even talk.
Yeah, he did not sound good when I talked to him pre-race.
He's got to be happy with the outcome of this. I mean, even though he's got all that damage and everything, running in 7th, he's got to be happy with that finish, considering.
Rudy, we've only got about 7 cars out here riding around now. This looks like a Saturday night trophy dash.
Yep.
And we're going to have we're going to have about 6 laps.
6 laps.
That's a good old-fashioned Saturday night trophy dash.
6 laps to go and they get the green. So Roger, get ready. Hopefully this will be the last green flag to get this thing kicked off. We're going to see a finish here. Hopefully, good one.
Bose trying to figure out how he's going to get this restart and get clear of the 29 car.
He just needs to nail it.
Pace car in. Bose nails it. Batista nails it. Batista's going to go past Spangler. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Spangler's got problems.
Yeah, he's down on power big time. I think Keene's got a chance there. I'll tell you what, if Batista can come out of here and go get Bose and make a pass.
Oh, Batista into the wall.
Yeah, I don't think he cares. I don't think he ever took his foot out of it. I don't know, Bose got a huge lead right there. Gigantic lead.
Keen
5 to go.
Running in third, Batista in second. Boy, and already falling back 0.8 of a second behind the leader. But Alan Bowes in clean air out front's going to make the difference here tonight.
Yeah, so maybe the curse isn't going to get him tonight.
Well, we were just talking a few short laps ago that we didn't think that that was going to be a good call for him staying out. And look at him out here right now with all them beat-up cars behind him.
Put a couple of tenths on Batista that time. I just don't know that Batista's got the race car handling in the way he would need it to get up there and challenge Bowes. But a good finish nonetheless for Batista.
No, and I thought fresh tires might actually give him a little bit of an advantage right there, but it does not look like that's any kind of an advantage. He's just going to end up coming home second tonight. Still, great run for him. Yes. Good finish. Probably help him out in the points a little bit before we head for the chase here.
Thomas Keene in third. Matt Spangler in fourth with just a hunk of junk he's driving around there, but he's making it. That thing is it's totally rushed up. Yeah, Paul Crumry, what a great run for him tonight. I don't even see a dent in that car, do you?
There was a little right front corner damage a few laps ago. I haven't looked at the car recently, but there was a little right front corner damage.
I think he's got most of it fixed up, or maybe all of it fixed up, but he's, boy, what a finish for Paul tonight. He's got to be happy. He was a couple laps down at the beginning of the race.
White flags in the air and Bowes still cruising out front. Wow, a second and a half on them old tires.
Yep.
Wow, and Keene really trying to put the pressure on, take second away from Batista right here. Got a good run through 1 and 2. He might get this before we get down the corner.
All right, well, coming off the last turn of the race here, Alan Bowes for the win, and he's trying to slip it sideways.
Keene got Batista right before the line.
Alan, you better take it easy because them points will count against you, buddy. Great job by him. Holy smokes, what a race. Congratulations, Alan Bozo. Well deserved.
Alan had his butt off to win that race. You know that once he stayed and everybody pitted, he knew it was up to him to make up the difference, and he sure did.
Thomas Keene coming up to give him a little bump. Tyler McClintock giving him a little congratulatory bump. But Alan Bowes winning here tonight. Wow, what a finish. What a finish. And he lights him up.
Well, he's in here, Rudy.
All right, Alan Bowes, you got a copy, buddy.
Yes, sir, Rudy.
Holy smokes, brother. Well, you know, we were all worried about you. Congratulations on your win, by the way, but we were all worried about that last call on that last pit stop. And we thought you were going to get ate up, but as it turned out, them guys raced up so hard behind you, they all got together. So tell us about that decision. Was it a good call now that the race is over? Was it a good call back then?
Yes, it's a very good call now, but I tell you what, when I saw all those white names and my relative go gray, I was like, oh no. My heart just dropped, and I was like, well, this is the end, boys. Yeah. But I got lucky, so I'll take it.
Tell us about how your car felt out there on the long run, because we were talking about this, that it seemed like McClintock had the car to get caught up to you, but he just couldn't hang with you. Was you good on the long run or the short run?
I was really good on the short run. I was decent on the long run. I wasn't as fast as maybe Spangler or McClintock, but you know, me being good on the short run allowed me to get further in front of them, so I had more breathing room to work with when the long run started to set in.
Well, you kept that car clean all night long. How the heck did you do that? Just staying out front?
I think that's what did it. You know, I really do. If you can get out front, get yourself a lead, you can kind of just start to ride. You don't have to push it too hard, and I think that's what allowed me to keep it clean for most of the night.
Well, I know we talked earlier, Alan, I think it was last week, we talked about what is your goals here now coming down to the chase? Is your goal to try to win the chase, or what? I mean, I know everybody's goal is that, but how is this going to affect going into next week starting the chase?
Well, even with the win, I don't think I had the position to make the chase. I think I was just short of that. So,
okay.
Oh well. I mean, next year or next season there'll be a different. It'll be a different race. I'll definitely make a run for it next season, but it's not going to change for me anymore. If I was going for a championship, it might have changed, but I'm just going to go out there and try to win the race.
Well, Galen was talking while you guys were racing there about when we first started broadcasting you guys' races here. I remember a few of the wins, but he said you had like 8 wins in a row. What's it going to take for you to get back to that status?
I don't know. I think practicing a little bit more, like I did tonight for this race, would help. But I mean, I don't think anybody will ever be able to get back up to that status just because of how much this league has come along. The competition in this league has multiplied by so much, and it's difficult to get a win, let alone finish inside the top 5 anymore.
And one more question before I ask you to, if you have anybody you want to thank. We missed a few of the drivers in here tonight. Roger and I were talking about it earlier. Patrick Crabtree. How do you think that would have made a difference out here?
Considering how they did in NIS at Dover, I think I would have gotten my butt kicked really bad. So I mean, I'm happy that they didn't show up, but at the same time, it would have been nice to have a couple more people up there with me, like Spangler and McClintock were. Just add a couple more guys to the mix. That would have been amazing.
Yeah. Well, it turned out to be a great race anyhow, Alan. You bring home the win here tonight. Congratulations to you on that. And anybody you want to thank?
Well, I got to thank Blake and Matt Cucker for running. Galen and those guys, they helped us out a little bit. Fastlane Motorsports put together a great car tonight, and I got to thank you guys again for the broadcast.
Okay, Alan, thank you for talking with us, buddy, and congratulations on a beautiful win here at Dover.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, Roger, you got second place?
Thomas Keene.
Yes, sir.
Hey, great finish tonight. You and Batista really battling those last 5 laps. You sneaked the car past him on the exit of turn 4 there and bring it home second. Man, take us through your race tonight, bud.
Well, I think it was me and JB's plan just to ride in the back tonight, just get the good pit selection and then make our way back to the back, let everything take its course. I predicted that tonight we were going to get a big caution fest, so I decided to ride in the back most of the night and then just try to play strategy, get up there into the top 5 to get a good point stay. But what really killed me there was with Galen there got some damage. I accidentally wrecked him. I did not mean to, but it was definitely fun there with JB. We said let's just race it out since we had a big gap there to 4th place. But yeah, it was a good night tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you there about the incident between you and Galen. We kind of watched and it looked like maybe he had broken a little bit of momentum, or maybe you got in the corner a little deeper than you thought you did, and kind of wanted to hear your side of that. We'd already talked to him earlier in the broadcast.
Well, some of the laps, leading up to the event there, I was trying to close in on Gidman, and I would mess up my turn. It would take me a few laps to get back up to him, and he would get faster. And then I got to run there off of 2, and then I was running his bumper, and I guess Galen hit the brakes, and I wasn't expecting it, and I accidentally hit him in the back there, and that was completely me there. Just didn't expect the brake. I hit him there, so it was definitely my fault. I'll definitely take full responsibility for that. But I know he had a good car, so.
Well, you still had a good run tonight. You come home second. A little momentum heading into the chase. You guys looking to steal some wins and maybe upset some of the chase guys here next few weeks?
I definitely think the last few weeks I've definitely improved in my results. I think because I got to be up there. I want to be up there during the whole race, not just be like someone that's near at the end. I want to be someone strong to be competitive with. But I'll get it any way I can take it. The car was good tonight. Just look at the top 10 car, just take his place, and then I knew I was going to be up there.
Yeah, copy that. A little bit of technical difficulties with the mics there, but again, congratulations on your run tonight. Bringing it home second. Anybody special you need to give a thank you to?
I just want to thank you guys for putting on these races. You guys do a lot of these broadcasts every day, and I'd like to thank you guys for doing it. I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank my teammates, Team Outlaw, for JB, Paul, and all of them for accepting me to their team, and IWCR for putting on a great show tonight. Well, hopefully, for most of the green flag runs.
All right, man. Congratulations again. We appreciate your time. Rudy, you got third place?
I do. John Batista, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
You come home third tonight. I know we talked to you earlier in the race there. You said you had your car just felt like junk tonight, but you kept that thing up there in the top 5 for about the last 3/4 of that race. Was that a little bit of strategy on your part, or were you really telling us the truth?
No, it was all truth. About the time of that interview, right after that restart, it was worse than before. It was like a tight, loose condition where earlier in the race it was just 100% loose, and I was really struggling, and I made some pretty dramatic adjustments with the tire pressures, and felt a lot better until I nailed the wall in the backstretch. I lost a lot of power there. So I was really just riding around, seeing what would happen, hoping for a few wrecks, which really happened right in front of me. I'm glad I got through all of them.
We seen that. You got through there by the skin of your teeth, brother. Well,
yeah, we were. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We were watching back there when you and Thomas were battling. Walk us through that. What happened there, and how did he get by you?
Well, it was kind of loud on our communications that last 5 laps because it was just nonstop talking about. We were still pretty surprised at that last caution before that, where we all got through that wreck. So I don't think either of us are really concentrating. We were just looking at how far we were from 4th, and we don't usually get podiums in this league ever. So it's kind of just like, heck, let's just ride around, and I mean, we can get second and third. Paul Crumrye, the Team Outlaw owner, he got 5th. We were just making sure we were there for the finish, and kind of wasn't paying attention. And Thomas just went under me, and the car was awful, so it just didn't turn off 4, and slipped by me. I thought I got him off 4, but.
Well, you still had a great finish, though, John, and it's good to see some new blood up there on the podium. You know, Alan Bowes, we got some, pretty tough guys out there. Tyler McClintock, Matt Spangler, these guys really tough. And for you to come home and beat them, it's got to make you feel good. So congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Rudy.
It's great to see you up there on that podium, and I mean that. That little bit of a error on your part there will let Thomas get by, but you guys are teammates. So you share that victory together there, second and third. So great job by the team. And anybody you want to thank tonight, John?
I would like to thank Paul Crumrye for supplying me and Thomas with about 100 setups that we tried during practice, and constant setup tweaking, and Thomas Keene for racing me clean, and the whole Team Outlaw crew. We've been struggling lately, but it's really nice to pull out a good one.
Absolutely. All right. Well, great job out there tonight. Congratulations on your 3rd place, and thanks for talking with us, buddy.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, Roger, let's run down through some stats, and we'll get out of here. How's that?
All righty, let's do it.
I just wanted to mention Alan did lead 147 laps here tonight out of the 150.
I got a term for that.
All right,
that's called stinking up the show. That's
yes,
what it's called.
Stinking up the show. You got that right.
And we got it. Every week we say about that guy, that was a heck of a save. But tonight, that save he made really kind of salvaged the win for him, because everybody else killed the car when they got as sideways as he did down the backstretch there. But he saved the car, and he still came home with the win.
Yep.
He stunk it up.
He never lost a position when he did that.
No, great driver, man.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal driver anyway.
Well, 7 cautions tonight, 6 lead changes, which was pretty cool. I mean, 7 cautions in 150 laps. That's pretty doggone good. So I don't think anybody can complain about that. All right, so Alan Bowes coming home the winner here, of course. Thomas Keene second, John Batista third, Matt Spangler fourth, Paul Crumry with a great finish coming home fifth, Tyler McClintock sixth, Randall Drake, good finish for the outcome of everything that he went through, finishing seventh, Blake Bryant eighth, Thomas Brandner ninth, and Johnny Reed Foley your top 10, Roger.
Michael Levy comes home 11th, 12th to Galen Gidman, Joe Robertson 13th, Matt Cucker 14th, 15th to John Schweikert, Keith Shanner finishes 16th. Somebody we didn't talk about all night, and just an early night for Keith, but he comes home 16th tonight. DeAndre Artisan 17th, Ken Worley 18th, Nathan Sedlick in 19th, and Travis Townsend finishes 20th tonight.
All right, good job by all these guys, and again, congratulations to our winner, Alan Bowes. And next week starts the chase here at IWCR in the Gen 6 Series. So we'll see you next week here for the IWCR. But tomorrow night, they start with the trucks. We will be with the trucks. I'm not sure what track.
Chicagoland.
Chicagoland, that's correct. Okay, so tune in tomorrow night, same time. And thanks for watching us here on MaxSpeedTV.